Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present a community-based research project at Pondok Pesantren Kunsolihan where we transfer environmental limitation into education and economic opportunities through dragon fruit cultivation. So we done this project through regular school scheme. So in this program, we was carried out by multidisciplinary team of agriculture and educational researcher working closely with pesantren leaders and students. Collaboration and field immersion were essential to ensuring the success of this initiative. So all the member belongs to Department of Agroecology. Pesantren are not only religious institution but also center for building life skills. At Kunsolihan, we integrated agriculture into the educational model based on Islamic value like khilafah, ikhtiar, and barokah. Dragon fruit was selected because it thrives in dry, rocky soil, a common trait in Playan Gunung Kidul, and it requires minimal maintenance while yielding high market value. This research aims to equip the pesantren with the capacity for self-sufficiency while serving as a learning medium for students. We also documented the pesantren's daily agriculture effort to analyze its progression. So this project using a qualitative single case study method with a participatory learning approach. There were three key stages: interview, documentation, and data analysis. Also, we conduct a 90-minute in-depth interview with the presenter leader, transcript it for thematic analysis. This was complemented by observational data and daily journal from the presenter leader to understand intentional learning and adaptation during this project. So after the interview with the presenter leader, we have 11 initial code, and we separate it into 4 main themes. And the presenter leader explained that dragon fruit was chosen due to its ability to grow in low fertility soil with low water availability, which is the selection of strategic commodities aligned with the environment of Gunung Kidul. And the students were actively involved in preparing the land at first. So it's going to be like character education through agriculture and preparing the land, setting up planting poles, and maintaining the crops. And this hand-on involvement enhance their skill in planning, discipline, teamwork, and accountability. And this kind of skill will be translating Islamic value into daily practices. So the pesantren view farming not just as economic venture, but as a way to install spiritual discipline, amal soleh, and connection to nature. Despite limited resources, they were able to establish a functional planting system. So from the interview, this kind of program can can spark student enthusiasm for learning agriculture and also even inspire discussion about future agribusiness model within the pesantren. And this initiative exemplifies how singular commodities such as dragon fruit can facilitate value-based and productivity-oriented educational development. This technique is effective as a concurrently target three-dimension economic viability, ecological appropriateness, and spiritual profundity. So from this project, we can see that the dragon fruit project at Kunsolihan Islamic boarding school. So that even marginal land can be turned into a sustainable and educational resources by integrating Islamic principle, environmental realities, and project-based learning. Pesantren like Kun Solihan can lead the way in food security and green education. And I think this model is replicable for other rural Islamic boarding school across Indonesia. And the program using dragon fruit in Kun Solihan uh, exemplifies a deliberate reaction to environmental limitation, economic requirement, educational objective in one time. So these are snapshot from this program showing land preparation, um, and take a picture together with the head of Konsolihan Islamic Boarding School, and we show also dragon fruit plant that's sprouted up 2 weeks after planting. So thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.